Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Matters That Matter. I'm Simran and I'm in a conversation with my mentor, Susie Singh. So, today I want to discuss affirmations with you. I think affirmations are something that most people know about. They're very popular, and especially in this lockdown period or any stressful time, we are told to say certain things to ourselves that can make us feel better. It can be positive or I'm feeling amazing. But I've realized that most of the times saying it can be sometimes it can contradict your internal state, and it almost sometimes feels like an escape. So, Susie, do affirmations do what they claim to do? Are they useful and helpful to us in any way?
So, Simran, I'm tempted to ask you a question to answer that question. Let's say you have a wall in your room. Let's say the wall, behind you is has water in it. It's damp and humid, and there is a leak somewhere, and the water is seeping through the wall. And of course, that's going to lead to the paint cracking and looking ugly, and that doesn't seem very nice. Now, suppose you decide to put a wallpaper on it. Has it solved the problem in the wall?
No, it's hidden it.
Yeah. So, in my view, and this may be a contrarian view to what people normally tend to believe or the popular opinion, I feel that affirmations, they serve like a bandage or a wallpaper, because we already have something within us, which I'd like to call a negative belief, perhaps a dogma, something that is a deep-seated belief in my subconscious mind. Now, if I'm going to try and layer this or cover this up by constantly affirming or repeating the opposite of it, it's not going to make this one drop away or go away, right?
Right.
And if we understand that the power of the subconscious mind is it's 10,000 times more powerful than the conscious mind is, you can imagine how many repetitions of the affirmation are going to be required to somehow cancel out this subconscious belief if it is opposing my belief. Now, let us take this in the realm of a feeling. Let's say there is a feeling of fear.
Yeah.
And I keep affirming, I am fearless, I am fearless, I am fearless. Is it going to make me fearless? It isn't. Because I've done nothing with the emotional charge that I am trying to disguise with this feeling. It will feel false. It may give me a momentary self-hypnosis, like lull me, but it's not going to be long-lasting, right? It will take the slightest bit of trigger that comes with this, and that breaks my temporary peace.
Right.
Also, it is a very, very subtle form of repression, of escaping, of not reaching and understanding and comprehending the issue, the causal issue. I am fearful. Now, if I would much rather sit down and say, why am I feeling fearful? And if I'd unearth the belief and say, I am fearful because I am going to contract the pandemic. I'm saying this because in the last 3 days, almost every session that I have done with my clients, when I scanned their energy body, I found they all had this one fear and this one belief. I am going to get the virus and I'm going to die. Both these two beliefs were prevalent there. They were not aware of it. They were using all forms of escape to feel better. They were doing their affirmations and all these positive bandages that they would tend to apply to not feel that, but it was there. So rather than, now I'm not suggesting that therefore we should just be gloomy and feel terrible and let the wall behind you just be wet and ugly. What I am suggesting instead is first acknowledge that there is dampness in this wall, which means I first acknowledge whatever is my contrarian belief or whatever to what I'm trying to say. So if I'm trying to say, affirm that I'm fearless, first acknowledge that I am fearful, which is like saying, okay, I accept that this wall has some problem here, which is why the water is leaking into it. And then try and go to the source of that leakage and fix the leakage so that once and for all, there is no more water in the wall. Now, you don't need to, after that, wallpaper it or put pretty things on it. You just need to fix the leakage, and then you can paint over the wall and it will stay that way. So similarly, what I'm suggesting is we acknowledge it by saying, yes, I'm feeling fearful. If we want to make a declaration because we have the intent to address and overcome the fear, then we say, even though I'm feeling fearful right now, and I am worried that I may contract the virus, I am choosing not to succumb to this fear. I am choosing to do everything in my power to remain healthy in mind, body, spirit. I am choosing to strengthen my faith that all is well. Now, can you see what you're doing? You are declaring. You are saying, this is what I want to do. You're making an active choice. You're also simultaneously acknowledging that I'm not there yet. I am not in a perfect state of healthy mind, body, spirit. Maybe my mind is not healthy. My body may be, I may be working out and I may be doing all the right things, eating right, working out right, taking enough sleep, drinking enough water, but I may not be feeling emotionally and mentally fearless.
Yeah.
I may be feeding or nourishing my own fears too much. I may be avoiding dealing with some of the ancestral fears or fears that exist in my family, because don't forget, a lot of these things bring up for you memories of wars that our forefathers have been in. For a lot of us Indians, it's bringing up partition stories that their grandparents have been through, and it was the same thing, collecting everything that belonged to them, being the disruption, the destruction, everything. These are life-changing events. So we need to deal with all of that, but we can declare. So acknowledge where I am presently, declare where I'd like to be, and make a firm commitment that I'm willing to do everything to get from where I am to where I wish to be. Now, that is a different process to just affirming or just saying that because I'm choosing to say this sentence repeatedly, everything's going to happen on its own. No, it's not going to happen on its own. There is work I need to do to make that happen.
Right. So declarations are different from affirmations.
Yes.
And what is the one key difference, if you can highlight it for us again, between declarations and affirmations? As I understand it, it is intention and choice.
I think choice is a more active word there. But to start with, I would say when we're speaking of affirmations, they're in the realm of hopeful. When we're talking about declarations, they're in the realm of commitment to myself. There is a certain finality. There is a certain, I am committing to this truth or this eventuality, right? The second thing is, one is passive, one is active. Affirmations are passive. I'll say this sentence, I'll repeat it 100 times, but I'm not going to change anything about what I believe. I'm not going to change what I feel. I'm not going to do anything different from what I'm doing, except saying this affirmation perhaps. Or if I'm willing to make that change, the change may be superficial. It may not go deep enough into the realm of correcting my beliefs or processing my emotions. And the intention, of course, I would like to think that the intention is common to both. The intention may be that I want to not be afflicted by the virus. So the intention may be to remain healthy through this difficult time. The intention is there. The intention is same through both of them. But how we approach the addressing it is different.
Right. So affirmation comes more in the realm of escape and passively dealing with whatever you're feeling, like you said. And declarations would be acknowledging your current situation and setting an intention or declaring that this is how I choose to move forward from here. along with what I'm feeling. Right. Thank you so much for clearing those doubts. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you soon.